Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Tomi Walamies. I'm from Finland. In case you can't tell by the sense of enthusiasm, we're a bit like the Germans, except less emotional, more rational. Our soap operas are like this: I am leaving you. No. Reconsider. You have to see the next episode. But yeah, Finland, we don't have the most enthusiastic people, but we have good engineers and good engineering because the ones who weren't good at that, during the winter they died. It makes you pretty good. Like summer would arrive and everyone is like, where is Markus? He didn't know how to insulate his house. He's no longer here. But growing up in Finland, I got used to good engineering, and then I travel abroad, and like back home, I'm used to like the elevator goes both directions. I was in London, and the first thing I noticed that the houses are cold on the inside. That was exotic. From the point of view of a Finn, it defeats the purpose of having a house. I'm just like, you could have saved a lot of trouble, not build anything. But I had a fun time in London. I went to a place called Imperial War Museum, but then I heard that you can get thrown out for starting a fight, which is a bit hypocritical. They idolize the concept. That's like throwing someone out from British Museum for stealing. So you can't take that, it's Egyptian. Put it back where it belongs. The foreigners who live in Finland, they always make the same joke. They're like, oh, I came here because of the weather. Hey. As revenge, I want to tell something to you. I came to Lithuania for the customer service. I was in the square trying to buy coffee in the kiosk, and there was this oldest person in the world staring at me like I'm death. They're just like, I will not cross the mortal realm. Black, no sugar. But yeah. Nice to be here. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I'm overweight. Not really, yeah. It's not that you don't know, but so that you don't think that I don't know. Because some people think that I don't know, and then they tell me. I'm now talking on behalf of every overweight person in the world. We're really grateful for this information. Thank you. Like one day I was just walking on the street and this guy was shouting, "Hey, fatso!" Oh, that explains a lot. I was wondering why running is tough. Thank you. I was unaware. I just thought that one morning that my penis had disappeared. Where is Waldo? But I'm a bit weird. I'm actually shy. I used to be embarrassed to read pornographic magazines on the bus. But then I realized I don't have to read them out loud. which was a huge relief. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I was bullied as a kid. I know it's hard to believe. I wasn't always just filled with charisma. This is learned. But yeah, I was bullied as a kid, and it's a weird nowadays, when I meet old school bullies, it's a weird moment, because they used to insult me for being overweight, and now they're selling me fast food. Hardly logical. I'm not trying to make up your mind. No, I won't have the extra mayo. What? But I was bullied at school. I was bullied when I was a kid because I was too smart. And I don't get bullied for that anymore. It has completely stopped. And you can't do that as an adult. Like when you're an adult and you get annoyed at another adult, you can't be like, ha, you have logic. If it isn't the person with the correct deductions, must be a long day. It just doesn't work anymore. But kids are so scary. Like a group of kids sometimes bully another kid because the another kid has glasses. It's a thing that happens. Like you don't do that as an adult. Adults aren't like, did you hear? The visionary capability of Markus has decreased. What? Let's beat him up. It's not the conclusion you arrived to as an adult. Like the worst thing you might do as an adult, the absolute worst thing to do, you might say that this particular task requires a keen sense of observation. Let's choose a person other than Markus. The four-eyed freak. Forsaken by God. Let's beat him up. I'm not religious myself. I don't have anything against religions. I like holidays like Easter. Easter is a nice holiday because it can't be worse than the first one. It's like, oh, I had a terrible Easter. Did the Messiah die? Well, no, it got fired. I heard that in Russia, they have Easter 1 week later than almost all the other countries. So they have a tougher Jesus. Siberian hardcore Jesus. He's like 10 days in the cave. I can do it. But yeah, I'll tell you a bit about Helsinki. We have great things. The biggest event in all of Finland is Helsinki Pride. It's huge. I don't know in Vilnius if it's bigger or whatever. But I love Pride. And at last Helsinki Pride, I did a show because they had a stand-up show as part of the Pride. And this is completely true. I was the token straight. They put it on the poster. They're like, we have funny LGBT people and Tomi. And then I'm backstage, and the other comics, they're sort of making fun of me. They're like, oh, this is so great. We've never had our own hetero before. They're like, oh, touch his hair, touch his hair. Oh, it's like a human's. And they were saying all kinds of things to me. Hey, Tomi, you are straight. Do you know Hans? They just turned all the stereotypes around. They're like, Tomi, I know this straight person who has behaved poorly. Could you, as a community, talk to him? Keep it within your people. It was so much fun. I love those crowds. The LGBT crowds, they're the best. I mean, you guys are fine. But you're no LGBT crowd. Oh, no, yeah, I love you. But those crowds are so fun. I've never understood homophobia. I've never understood it. It's so weird. Like this one time I was at a bar counter, and this guy said to me, he said, "Are you staring at my woman, you homo?" I'm like, "No. But does she have a brother?" I never understood homophobia. Like some people are afraid of gays. Like, why? I'm afraid of bears. Like actual bears. It's more rational. Like it's less scary if you happen to find yourself in the middle of Mama Gay and her gay cubs. They don't teach you at school if you see a gay person play dead. Under no condition should you climb up a tree. But just, I don't understand how. And the reason for homophobia, there's like religion or whatever. But some people say it's not natural. That it's not natural. Like there are people who think that it's not natural for two people of the same gender to get married together, and I completely agree. Because there's nothing natural about marriage. You don't have marriage in nature. You don't have like a snake going like, "Oh, I need to find a ring." Marriage is made up. I don't know what is natural. I don't know what is natural. Like I'm currently wearing clothes. There's nothing you don't have clothes in nature. But it's still a huge audience request. My fees doubled when I started wearing clothes on stage. I'm basically a reverse stripper. I don't know what's not. I was watching this science documentary, and there were two scientists like discussing about the future. And they're just like, is it possible that in the future, humans will agree, humans will be fine with having sex with a cyborg? I have come into a sock. What are these standards? You assume that I have. I don't know. But yeah, you've been really nice. I've truly enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Tomi Walamies.